What's good, y'all? Dr. Trehunna. Now, there's a lot of new studies coming about omega-3s, and honestly, it might be shocking to you. So who you think will live longer? Somebody who smokes, and I'm talking about they probably smoke like a pack a day, or they smoke a lot. Or somebody who don't eat a lot of fish. Now, believe it or not, the person who don't eat a lot of fish actually will have the exact same or close life expectancy to somebody who smokes. Yes, you heard that right. Somebody who smokes got the exact same life expectancy as somebody who does not consume a lot of omega-3s. So today, what we're going to talk about is what are omega-3s, what are the benefits of omega-3s, and how you can incorporate it more into your diet regimen and why you need it in the first place. All right. So first things first, what is omega-3? It's vital for optimal health for the human body, all right? Omega-3s are basically things that your body and brain needs just so it can run optimally, all right? So there's three types of omega-3s. There's ALA, which is alpha linoleic acid. There is EPA, and I'm not gonna go ahead and explain that to y'all. And there's DHA, okay? So it's ALA, EPA, and DHA, all right? Now, ironically, majority of your omega-3s will come from seafood, okay? So your sardines, your anchovies, everybody knows salmon is good for you, etc., right? Now, you can also get some omega-3s converted from alpha linoleic acid, which is derived from flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, okay? So that's why you heard throughout your life that, oh, some nuts and seeds is good for you. Why? Because they actually have a lot of omega-3s in it, all right? Now, omega-3s are anti-inflammatory, which means what? If you're somebody that's dealing with MS, which is multiple sclerosis, or lupus, or eczema, or psoriasis, or anything that you can think of, you need to have more omega-3s. 9 times out of 10, people who don't have a lot of omega-3s in their system, they deal with these complications, all right? Now, also, omega-3s help out with memory. So if you're somebody who wants to learn a little bit faster and more efficiently, if you want to be somebody who, you know, that's able to think a little bit faster. You know, you just feel like you can think on the fly. You're not having a lot of brain fog. If you're somebody that wants better hair, skin, and nails, if you're somebody that's dealing with some sort of insulin resistance or any metabolic complications, or you're somebody that want to lower your risk for heart disease and cholesterol, believe it or not, all these things stem from omega-3s. Now, as Americans, we naturally don't eat a lot of seafood, you know? That's why, ironically, the average Japanese person live longer than the average American. Why? The average American eats a lot of omega-6s, which is pro-inflammatory, which means what? It's going to cause a lot of inflammation in your body. And the more inflammation you have in your body, there's a direct correlation between you having a lot of inflammation and how high is your life expectancy versus you having a lot of omega-3s. You're eating a lot of salmon, you're eating a lot of seafood, you're eating a lot of things like that, or you're eating some nuts and seeds here and there. But the best source of omega-3s comes from seafood, all right? The average American probably only have something seafood or something in that classification only about 2 to 3 times a month, right? But some people eat seafood at least every other day. They're having some tuna, they have some salmon, anchovies, sardines, etc., you know? Now, there is a lot of main benefits from omega-3s, but because as natural Americans, we don't eat a lot of omega-3s, we have a lot of more health complications, you know? So what you need to do is make sure you incorporate more omega-3s into your diet, or at least once or twice a week, you go out your way to receive some omega-3s. So even like me, at least one day out the week, I think about it, I'm like, okay, cool. I haven't had any omega-3s throughout this whole entire week. So now I'm gonna force myself to have a seafood-based dish. So sometimes I go to like a restaurant, like for instance, Papados if you're in Houston, or if you're in Maryland, Jerry's, you know, or Lock Bar. I go out my way and get a seafood dish. Maybe some salmon, okay? Maybe some red snapper, maybe some rainbow trout, but these are things that your body needs. All right. Now, if you're somebody who really just can't afford a lot of seafood, or you're allergic to seafood, okay, you can have krill oil. It has a lot of omega-3s in it. You can have some algae. All right. That has some omega-3s in it, not sea moss, algae. All right. But also, once again, you can receive some of your omega-3s from nuts and seeds. Now, the average person, or a lot of people, if you're going to have any health complications or any allergies, nuts and seeds is actually going to be a part of it as well. But what you need to do is find a way where you can get something such as this, okay? Fish oil, right? is actually one of the best things that you can actually take, especially if you're not somebody that's consuming a lot of omega-3s on a daily basis. Now, keep in mind, if you want to basically promote more of your health span and your lifespan, which means what? How long you live without any diseases and how long you live just in general, you need to have more omega-3s and less omega-6s. What are omega-6s? It is that vegetable oil, that soybean oil, that canola oil, that saffron oil, that sunflower oil, that cottonseed oil, all the things that you notice in your Doritos and little things like that. All right. That's why if you look at a bag of Doritos, you're going to notice it has a lot of carbs in it and fat in it. Where's that fat coming from? It's just chips, right? And chips is just basically bread. It is the vegetable oil that they're cooking it in. Or when you're having, you're frying some chicken, right? Chicken is not bad for you, but in order for you to fry chicken, what? You're going to coat it with some sort of flour and then you're going to dump it in what? Oil. And 9 times out of 10, your oil is vegetable oil. That's why something such as an air fryer is better, you know, because you're basically taking away the worst part of the chicken or frying chicken, which is the oil, you know? So everything is about what you know and what you do not know. Now, once again, if you're somebody who do not eat a lot of seafood, right, you could supplement with this, but of course it's going to be better for you to have some real seafood, you know, in order to compensate. So hopefully y'all learned something today. If you are somebody who do not smoke, right? And if you're somebody that want to live longer, it will behoove you to get more omega-3s, right? And you can get it from supplementing or getting it from seafood. Because at the end of the day, if you're somebody who was a smoker who had a lot of omega-3s versus somebody who does not smoke and have no omega-3s, y'all live the exact same life. Or y'all expected to have the exact same life expectancy. That is crazy. That's how important omega-3s are for the human body. All right. So hopefully y'all learned something today. You definitely want to have more EPA and DHA. All right. So you want to have at least about 2 grams of fish oil a day, or make sure you have something that is going to basically cover that. So this right here says it's about 1,600 milligrams or 4.6 grams of fish oil per teaspoon. So if you multiply it by 3, because I use a tablespoon, that is what? I'm basically getting my requirements. All right. So hopefully y'all learned something today. Get a good quality fish oil if you're somebody don't eat a lot of seafood. And that's your reset tip of the day. It's going to help you stay snatched all the time. No, it's sometime. And ladies, that don't mean just eat crab legs all day long, okay? That means you need to have some seafood or some actual fish. Crab legs do have some omega-3s in it, but not as much as salmon or sardines or actual fish, okay? Talk to y'all soon.